Everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about the highest philosophical explanation of value, and we might have some arguments in this video which might not be 100% true, but they might have a good degree of truth in them. And we're going to talk about why value exists in the universe, why is it important, why are we drawn to value, and how all of this come to existence. And this video is going to be more ontological and the highest level of philosophy. It's not going to be any science, mostly philosophical arguments. So the first argument that we're going to talk about is why does value exist? Why is there is something called value in the world, and what's the explanation of it? Well, first of all, if you look at the universe, if you look at how everything started, everything was supposed to be a lot of heat in the universe. There was the Big Bang theory, and if we take into account the second law of thermodynamics, everything should go and disappear to dust. Things should not form. The universe should go towards entropy. However, if you look at what's happened in the world, things actually got more complex. They not only didn't go to nothingness, not only everything not disappeared or became just dust or just some heat or energy, things became more complex. And the question is, what drew all this complexity? Why are things starting to get complex? Why the stars formed, and then the planets, and then life as we know of, and then consciousness, and human beings in consciousness, and we're moving more towards more consciousness with AI and artificial intelligence. Why is this happening? Well, at the highest ontological explanation of value, we can say that the value is the force that goes against this second law of thermodynamics. It's what is bringing the world into more complexity. It's what is drawing us to, is drawing the world from mass dominance of big stars and large universes towards cells that are not full of energy, not very massive, but they're more complex than a star. They're an organism, and then towards consciousness. So value is what is bringing us towards being more complex. Is what is bringing businesses or corporate environments towards becoming more complex and growing. So in that case, more profits, for instance, is objectively more valuable for a company than no profits or very low amount of profits. This is not by coincidence. This is driving the company to become more complex, driving the company to innovate or find new ways to have a positive impact. You could argue that sometimes companies do more profits but do things that are not good, but that's not generally the case. As you can see, as the world is growing, or another example you could say is that health is objectively better than sickness because it allows you to be more complex. It's driving human beings towards discovering medicine, discovering science, and becoming more complex. And another thing about value is that when you discover something in the world, let's say if you're a mathematician and discover some truth, if it's valuable to you, say you discover a prime number, it's not like you made it happen. It's just like it actually already exists there and you just found it. So it's the same thing with value. There's a lot of values that are existing in the world that we are going towards. And it's not that we're discovering them, it's just that it's not that we're creating them, it's that we're discovering them as we move forward. So why are we attracted to value? Why are we moving towards our values like health, or for a company it could be profits? This is mainly because the whole universe, everything you see, is moving towards becoming more complex. And you are participating in that process of building more complexity, building more consciousness. This could be in the hundreds of years, could be building AI or AGI consciousness. And we are all participating in that process. So in the highest ontological explanation, value is just participation into creating a more complex universe and going against that second law of thermodynamics of making something more complex and more robust and increasing the consciousness. So this was my explanation of value, what value is, and feel free to challenge these ideas for you philosophers. And until next time, thank you very much.